I got caught trying to escape North Korea. 3 officers barged into our home and tackled my wife to the ground. 2 officers cuffed her and dragged her outside in her underwear, while the third pressed his gun against my temple as a warning not to interfere. They tied her to a wooden stake in the town square and said she'd been found guilty of watching South Korean TV and her punishment was death. I offered my life instead, but nothing I said was enough. They shot my wife dead at 7 in the morning, in full view of anyone passing by, still in the clothes she'd slept in. Our 2-year-old daughter was screaming mama in my arms. 3 days later, a guard I'd worked with in the coal mine pulled me into an alley and told me I had 48 hours. My name was on a list. Me and my daughter would be sent to a labor camp because of what my wife did. He looked me in the eyes and said, "Take your daughter and run." I grabbed Hana in the middle of the night and wrapped her in 2 coats and walked to the train station. In North Korea, you need government permission just to travel to the next town. I had no tickets or documents, so I snuck onto the cargo door and hid in the bathroom stall with Hana pressed against my chest with a belt. The first checkpoint came 20 minutes in. I heard boots in the hallway and guards checking tickets. They rattled the bathroom handle and Hana started whimpering, so I climbed out the window onto the side of the moving train with Hana strapped to my chest with my belt and my feet dangling over the tracks. The guard looked inside and moved on. For 2 days, I played this game: bathroom, window, hanging off the metal beam on the side, even climbing onto the roof when I had to. I finally reached the border town, but after 2 days of no food and water, Hana had a fever and was barely conscious. I found the Yalu River at dawn, 30 feet of water, the only thing separating us and China. If we could cross it, we'd be free. But there was a tower with a spotlight and an armed guard watching the river at all times. I crawled into the tall grass by the river and waited for the guard shift to change. I planned to walk across the river in the few minutes between the shift change. I laid still in freezing December grass for 6 hours while Hana cried and screamed. Then I heard footsteps in the grass. An armed guard was walking in my direction. He didn't see us yet, but Hana kept crying. His ears perked up and he looked down towards me. I slipped my head as far down under the grass, but the footsteps got closer. Next thing I knew, the grass beside me parted with a rifle and I was face to face with the barrel of his gun. The guard looked straight at me, then down at Hana, tiny and sick, crying in my arms. He stared at her for a long time, then back up to me. The rifle was inches away from my face. "Shift change happens in 10 minutes. This is your chance. Next guard won't be so nice." He stood up and walked away. I counted exactly 10 minutes and moved toward the water. I waded in with Hana on my shoulders. The current was so strong I couldn't swim, so I walked. A third of the way across the salty water hit Hana's face and she screamed. The spotlight hit us. "Stop! Turn back or I will shoot!" A different guard yelled from the tower. I froze. Turning back meant labor camp. Keep going meant getting shot. The guard fired and the bullet hit the water 2 feet from me. But then I remembered. The river was international territory. China considered it an act of war if someone was unalived in it. The guard could threaten me, but that's it. I kept walking. The guard screamed, but his rifle never fired. I reached the Chinese shore and collapsed.